Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were three young Hebrew men living in Babylon. They were taken from their homeland and brought to serve in the court of King Nebuchadnezzar. Despite being in a foreign land, they held firmly to their faith and traditions. King Nebuchadnezzar ruled the land with an iron fist. He built a giant golden statue, a symbol of his power and authority, and commanded everyone in the kingdom to worship it. This decree was a test of loyalty to the king and his gods. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused to bow down. They believed in the one true God, the God of their ancestors, and would not betray their faith. Their refusal was an act of defiance against the king's command. Nebuchadnezzar was furious when he heard of their disobedience. He could not tolerate such defiance in his kingdom. His anger burned as hot as the furnace he threatened them with. He ordered the furnace heated 7 times hotter than usual, a heat so intense that it could incinerate anything in its path. He threatened to throw the 3 men into the blazing fire if they did not comply with his command. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego stood firm in their resolve. They trusted in God's protection, believing that He would deliver them from the king's wrath. Their faith gave them the courage to face the fiery furnace. They knew that God would not abandon them, even in the face of such extreme danger. Their choice to obey God rather than man was a testament to their unwavering faith. Their faith was unshakable, a beacon of hope and strength. Their trust in God remained strong, even as they faced the ultimate test of their devotion. They prayed and held on to their belief, knowing that their God was with them. The king's soldiers seized Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They bound them hand and foot. Then they threw them into the heart of the blazing furnace. The heat was so intense that it killed the soldiers who threw them in. The flames roared around the 3 men. Smoke billowed into the sky. Everyone watched in horror, expecting to see them consumed by the fire. But something incredible happened. King Nebuchadnezzar leaped to his feet in astonishment. He saw 4 men walking in the fire, not 3. He rubbed his eyes and looked again. The 4th figure was like the Son of God. He was walking calmly amidst the flames with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The fire had not harmed them. Nebuchadnezzar was amazed. He called out to the 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, "Come out, come here." The 3 men walked out of the furnace, unharmed. Their clothes were not even singed, the smell of smoke was not on them. Section 4. God's Protective Presence. In times of uncertainty and fear, we often seek a source of comfort and assurance. The divine promise of protection is a beacon of hope for many. The story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego is a powerful reminder of God's protection. These 3 men stood firm in their faith, even when faced with the threat of a fiery furnace. He promises to be with us in our trials. No matter how daunting the situation, His presence is a constant source of strength and comfort. He will never leave us nor forsake us. This assurance is a cornerstone of faith, providing a sense of security and peace. When we face challenges, we can trust in His presence. His guidance and support are unwavering, helping us navigate through life's storms. The 4th man in the fire represents God's protective presence. This miraculous appearance is a testament to His unwavering commitment to those who trust in Him. He is always with us, even in the midst of our struggles. His presence is a comforting reminder that we are never alone. He walks with us through the fire. This metaphorical journey through trials and tribulations is made bearable by His companionship. He shields us from harm. His protection is like a shield, guarding us from the dangers that threaten to overwhelm us. We may not always understand why we face trials. Life's challenges can be perplexing and difficult to comprehend, but we can be sure that God is with us. His presence provides a sense of reassurance and hope, even in the darkest times. He will see us through. With His guidance, we can emerge from our trials stronger and more resilient, knowing that we are never truly alone. Section 5. A Timeless Message. The story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego is a timeless message of hope. These 3 men who lived in ancient Babylon were faced with an impossible situation. They were commanded to bow down to a golden statue, but they refused, standing firm in their faith. It reminds us that God is faithful. Even when we are faced with trials and tribulations, we can trust that He will be there for us. Their story is a powerful reminder that faith can move mountains. He will deliver us from our troubles, just as He delivered Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego from the fiery furnace. He will deliver us from whatever challenges we face. We can face our giants with courage, knowing that He is on our side. No matter how insurmountable the obstacles may seem, we are not alone. With God by our side, we can overcome any challenge. This story is still relevant today. In our modern world, we face different kinds of trials, but the message remains the same. Faith, courage, and trust in God are timeless virtues. We face our own fiery trials. These trials may not be literal flames, but they can be just as daunting. Whether it's personal struggles, professional challenges, or societal pressures, we all have our own fires to walk through. But just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, we can stand firm in our faith. Their unwavering belief in God's protection serves as an inspiration to us all. We can trust in God's protection. He is our shield and our refuge, always watching over us and keeping us safe from harm. He will see us through. No matter how dark the path may seem, His light will guide us. We are never alone in our journey. No matter what challenges you face today, remember the fourth man in the fire. God is with you. Just as He was with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, He is with you now. He will never leave you. His presence is a constant source of comfort and strength. Trust in Him, and you will find the courage to face any challenge.